Listen, I don't know why Tyler Perry pulled If Loving You Is Wrong. Like, it's not on anything. You can find certain episodes and things on Daily Motion, but for the most part, you can't just sit there and turn on the streaming service and watch If Loving You Is Wrong. But, babe, when I tell you between Randall and Travis, they were some fools. Do you hear me? Randall was completely insane. My two favorite scenes from Randall, it could be three, but two for sure, is when he had to go down there to the hospital so that people could tell him it's not your baby. And when he walked into that hospital and he saw that doctor and he said, "Y'all gonna have to fire this bitch. All the pain and trouble she done put me through." And the doctor, she's just looking at him like, yeah, there's something wrong with him. So I guess that's the chief, the head man sitting at the table. He's like, well, from what we looked over, she did nothing wrong. He's like, what? What are you talking about? And he's like, he's not aware. So the doctor look at Alex, and Alex just, what, you haven't told him? You're gonna have to tell him. You got to explain it to him. So the doctor, let Randall know that they had three remaining samples. They did their test. There's no way you can be this child's biological father. Randall starts giggling. He look at his lawyer and says, see, you see what I'm talking about? They be lying. All y'all be lying. So his attorney asked to see the test results. So he's looking through it and everything. And he says, Randall, I don't think they did anything wrong. From these results, it's not your child. Ron's like, what are you talking about? I know that baby mine. That's my baby. So what are you talking about? So he says, Alex, do you have anything to say? And the only thing she said, well, I guess it's not your baby. And after that day, when I say that man harassed the mess out of Alex, he was not letting up on that lady. I'm like, will you go somewhere? Go somewhere and sit down, Randall. It's not your baby. So the next thing, well, my next favorite scene is when he saw Alex coming out of Ian's house, and he said, well, where you going, you little slut? I'm like, why is he messing with her? So he says, oh, so is this the baby daddy? Ian like, leave her alone. Be quiet. That man said, be quiet, you bald head bitch. Oh, and Alex was trying to get them to stop because now they going back and forth. She's like, will y'all stop? Just stop. So she starts walking off. And Ian's like, I'll walk with you. So he's walking with her. Now, mind you, as they're going back and forth, Ian said, I'll kick your ass. And so Randall pulls down his pants and say, here it is. Do it. Now, he don't notice that they done walked off. So they walking off and everything. When they finally make it to Alex's house, he's still bothering them. So what you gonna tell me? Is this the baby daddy? Huh? What's going on here? So Ian tells Randall, didn't she say leave her alone? He said, didn't I tell you take your back across the street? When I tell you, I can watch that scene over and over again because Randall is just crazy. Like, first of all, you had no business messing around with this lady. That's your friend's wife, your neighbor. Y'all all out in the shed. And Marcy, oh my gosh, when they were out in that shed and Marcy, she came home, I guess, off a business trip or something. I'm like, ma'am, ain't nothing dinging. There are no flags waving to have you wondering why y'all in the shed. And when he said, oh, she came over here to get her dish from where she cooked that dinner for us. Why is it in the shed? If she just made it, I would think it'll be in the cabinet or the dishwasher. And she's like, oh, okay. And it was really good. And then she said, well, he said, I thought she was going to be gone a couple more days. She said that, her clock is ticking, honey. She just wanted to get back. He was not fit to be able to do anything back because he just finished doing something with Alex. And then when she get home and Brad trying to do something with her and he touching on everything, and he was like, oh yeah, I forgot you don't like to do anything with the lights on. I'm like, babe, I can't tell because she was in broad daylight over there in that shed doing stuff with Randall. And when he walked into the bathroom and grabbed her, he's like, oh, your girls. They're getting big. And she's like, no, they're not. And this is when she knew something was off. Yeah, your little butt then got pregnant. Oh my gosh, I just wish he would put that on a streaming service. Because, baby, I'm still trying to figure out, is Pete still at the hospital? Because I think when it left off, that's where he was. He was at the hospital. I need to know what's going on with Pete. I need to know what's going on with Eddie. Like, did Eddie get unalive? Did he? I know Randall did, I think. But did something happen to Eddie? I think the last thing I remember about Eddie, when they went over to Alex folks' house and I think they threw the baby in the pond or something. Yeah, did y'all watch If Loving You Is Wrong? If you did you like If Loving You Is Wrong better than the Have and Have Nots? Or was the Have and Have Nots your show? And you know what, come and think about it. If it wasn't for, what's her name? If it wasn't for Veronica Harrington already having a son, Randall could have been her son. Because she was just as insane as he was. You know what I'm saying? And I think for me, the Have and the Have Nots was my first introduction to Danielle Detweiler. You know, she played Laquita, who was Quincy's sister, Candace's baby daddy. And she was determined, baby. She knew Candace had something to do with what happened to her brother. And she was determined to prove it. And I know when we first saw her, a lot of people was like, why he have her talking like that? Why she sound like that? And just to see where she is now, the way she has elevated herself from the Have and the Have Nots. And a lot of times, you know, sometimes people be like, oh, they can't act. But they'll see those same people on something else and they're like, oh, I thought they were a bad actor or actress. A lot of times it's just Tyler Perry's way of writing. And to me, it's like he's still stuck in that playwriting aspect of things where they constantly repeat the same thing. Like they'll say something, then they'll pause, then they'll say it again, then they'll pause. They do it a lot sometimes on House of Pain. And I'll be like, Tyler, listen, this is not a play. And if we miss anything, we can rewind it, okay? But I'm not one of those who have a problem with Tyler Perry's work because I got enough common sense to know that's just his style of writing. And if I hate it so much, I'm not going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to somebody like Tika Sumpter, a lot of people's introduction to her was the Have and the Have Nots. A lot of people don't remember her from like Gossip Girl or Stomp the Yard Homecoming, and she was on Think Like a Man. But some people do remember her from Sparkle. And now look where she is with the Ride Along series, the Sonic series. Even if people thought that I don't think I like her. I don't think she's a good actress. But to see where she is now. And she met her husband on the Have and the Have Nots. And they're expecting a child. So I think it's just a testament to the gift that was already in the people. But yeah, get down in the comments. Let me know if you ever watched If Loving You Is Wrong and if you liked it. Okay, and I'll talk to y'all later.